Hey, we're back with Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts, 1940 British campaign. Early in the war, it's only March 1940. We just finished March, and there have been two fairly large battles. One that didn't go so hot for us up off the northern Irish coast, and then one that did a little better, where we did a little better, up off the northwest coast of Scotland near Aberdeen. And those are the only two fights of the war so far. We have not had a convoy battle, and I've said a couple times already, or at least once, that I didn't plan on using any destroyers because on a ton for ton basis of how expensive they are. And by and large, I still have that opinion. However, I did change my mind and I made a destroyer design. And the reason is not going to build a whole lot of these things, not even going to try to match the 7 that the Germans have. But destroyers do have, I've noticed in the past, do have a way of getting an unusually high share of convoy battles. And if in fact the patch notes indicate that, yeah, there's actually a reason to sing transports and convoy battles now, as there really wasn't before, then I'd like to get some convoy battles. And so I created a. I'm only going to build a couple of these things, probably, yeah, 3 or 4, and see if they don't generate some convoy battles and do well in them. So I optimized this thing, or kind of prioritized it for shooting merchants. Just take a look at the design. You're required to put torpedoes on a destroyer. You gotta have it, just like a funnel or a tower. So I only did one dual launcher. I did make it a pretty big one. It's 23-inch torpedoes. So if a situation comes up where I do want to shoot, at least it's got some punch. But I gave her 4 dual 4-inch turrets. And gave them increased ammo and heavy shells and auto reload, so that the idea is that 2 or 3 of these destroyers in a division can get in quick. They're 40 knots, which was pretty decent, I think, for a destroyer, and shoot up some merchants fast, and then get out. Not really intending these guys to mess with the warship escorts. I also gave them maximum range, so that even though there's not very many of them, hopefully that will also help them contribute to monthly German transport sinkings, and contribute in at least some to establishing and maintaining a blockade. So gave the name Observer, and for these I'm gonna build a few, and I'm gonna make them all. This will be the O class. They'll all have O names. So it's really I'm just making these to try to get some more convoy battles and see that aspect of what the patch note, what the new update gives us. I'll build 4 of them. Hopefully they don't cost that much per month to build. Yeah. Oh, that's going to cost a total of 7 per month. See, I'm telling you, these things are not cheap. Not in numbers, even modest numbers. And let's see. I think Yarmouth looks like a nice place for these things to go. And let's see if about this renaming thing. Yeah. Let's see, observer. How about obedient? Was an actual. There was at least one actual destroyer. The Royal Navy called that, maybe more. There's one at Jutland. Really not that many good O names to begin with, are there? Omega. Seems alright. Oh, particularly timely right now. I can't really resist Omicron. And we'll get those in 7 months or so. And see if they can't get in some kind of destroyer shoot 'em ups at some point. Okay. On to April 19. Wait a minute. I had planned to put in another battleship. Did I just price myself out of doing that? Nope, nope, okay. Yeah, we got 2 more Hindustans coming, so. And even if we do go a little negative at some point, we got plenty of room to accommodate that. Okay, April. Well, the Germans didn't come out in April. They did build another destroyer. They're up to 8 now. Because they heard what we were doing. Completed a couple of repairs of heavy cruisers. That helps the monthly balance. Let's make sure that they are in the North Sea. Donegal is not. Neither is Kent. They are both, one in Plymouth, one in Portsmouth. Get back up to Rosyth, where you belong. I'm sure y'all have noticed that anytime that there is a transport sunk in X area message for either the player or for the enemy, it's always in the North Sea, right? So there's 5 different named sea areas on this particular map at this stage. There's the Irish Sea, the English Channel, the North Atlantic. Hidden over here kind of behind this info window is the Baltic Sea. And then right in the middle, of course, is the North Sea. Transport sinkings, I've never seen a transport sunk message for any of these sea areas other than the North Sea. Battles can occur elsewhere. And I think, all ships count toward power projection. Like if you're German and you have ships in Danzig or English and they're in Plymouth or Liverpool, I think they count for blockade, power projection. But for the transport sinkings, it seems you want operational ships, as many as possible, if not all of them, in the North Sea. And they'll still get in battles elsewhere. For example, we had everything in the North Sea, and we had a battle over here in, they don't show boundaries, but I think this would be the Irish Sea, not the North Sea, unless North Atlantic wraps around over here. So that's why I periodically just look and move ships back over here. And then if I'm German, I always try to keep an eye on these 2 ports and move these guys back over to the North Sea, as the AI appears to be doing as well. Okay. On to May. Well, don't have our destroyers yet, but we do have a convoy battle. Well, we're defending one of our light cruisers, defending one transport, it better be important, against a light and a destroyer. And we know that our light and the German light are fairly well balanced. They both have 7-inch guns, although the German ones have reduced ammo, so they're more likely to run dry earlier. They are kind of in the same ballpark for tonnage and for speed. Theirs is 35. I think ours is 36 or 37. And this will be our first look at the German V1 class of destroyer. See what happens. Oh, nope, they're over this way. Okay. What's our conditions? Evening, cloudy. That may affect spotting range. Well, they already see us. Let's not shoot torpedoes until we're ready to. I'm guessing this is the light cruiser. We spotted that first. Yep. Let's take this destroyer out first. Just going to go ahead and make a hard turn in case there's already torpedoes in the water. there may very well be. This thing's only 7 kilometers away. That's like short torpedo range in the later eras. I think HE ought to be fine. Even if that destroyer is, well, okay. We've got him identified. Let's check out the stats on the V1 class. Okay, 1,700 tons, 43 knot. Max bulkheads. I've mentioned before that it seems like the AI is a little prone to going few bulkheads on most ships, not destroyers. You see Mini and Max a lot on these, and it's also kind of a, you see it a lot in the discussions and, you know, YouTube video comments. You know, golly, these little bitty ships, torpedo boats too, they sure seem tanky. Well, that may be one reason why. Okay, he's got some 4-inch. He's got a lot of 4-inch guns. Seems like maybe they had the same idea that I had for destroyers. 5 duels. It's actually more guns than the O class. And 1 little 2-incher on the stern. And 1 looks like that's a triple torp launcher. So that's a surprisingly symmetrical design to what I was trying to do. "19-inch torpedoes, fast, standard ammo, and fast torpedoes in 1940 apparently have a range of 9.5 kilometers. Right. Okay, Melampus. Kill that thing. Fired 1-3 torpedo spread. And it's just the one launcher, so he's definitely reloading no matter what angle we're at. Kind of curious why my secondaries aren't firing. I mean, he's right off the beam. They've got to have the firing arc for that, yeah? I want to open distance here. He's going to be able to launch pretty soon. There we go. I guess all my secondaries on this class of light cruiser are just kind of facing aft. Must have missed that during the auto design phase. Looks like they should be able to fire off the beam. I don't know why they weren't. Well, whatever else, I think we're defending our transport just fine. Managed to do a little damage, not much. Quite sure how that's pronounced, but Munkin appears to have pickled off some torps. Don't really know how I was headed. Okay, V2 is out of torpedoes. So that's a positive. We don't know where Munkin's spread is or exactly where they were aimed. I've been moving around a lot. And she's got standard propulsion, so that they're not particularly stealthy. Hopefully we'll pick them up at a decent range to avoid. Not too scared of getting really close to this destroyer now. He can't torp me. Although he's got pretty respectable gunpowder with all those 4-inchers. That's looking better. Slow to cruise, give ourselves that much more accuracy. Burn this little guy down. He's taking some propulsion damage now. So have I. Not propulsion, but I'm flooding a little bit. Flooding a lot, actually. Oh my goodness! Yeah, this our light cruisers are auto-gen. I kind of messed up and left them as few bulkheads. The guys pumped it out pretty quick though. Ammo deck. Okay. B2 is done. Looks like Munkin wants no more of this. I don't really know why the AI would perceive itself at a disadvantage. Similar armament, more torpedoes. Well, no, she's not running. She just wasn't spotted. About 12 kilometers. She has 14-kilometer range on her torpedoes. But that's max range. If we stay like maybe, I don't know, 8 kilometers or more, hopefully that's enough for our guns to do a good job. But not be able to avoid torpedoes. They're not particularly stealthy. They're not electric or oxygen. Nor are they particularly fast. They're just standard. I think. Yeah. Ours are electric. You know what? Here. Fire some. See if we catch her napping. Kind of doubt it, but that's too close. Let's turn away. Yeah, there's a torpedo hit. Ha-ha! Nope. She just fired again. Well, she'd be firing this way to lead. Juke around this way. Another torpedo hit. Nice. Nice job, Melampus. And Musketeer took no damage. Good battle. 1,300 victory points. Doesn't really answer questions about victory points for transports or effect on the economy. Hopefully we'll find that answer soon. What is our transport capacity? Okay, maxed out. It's only been a couple months, but we are slowly increasing our transport capacity. That's good. Mainly because of the Battle of Aberdeen. We're in good shape for naval prestige. The population is happy. There's no unrest. We're on a good trajectory, despite our kind of initial misstep here off of Londonderry. I think that'll do it for this episode, and we'll see what happens in June in the next one. Thanks for watching.